Using the wrong playbook is going to lose you a lot of games in Madden 27, but that's okay, I'm here to help you. So let's start with the first playbook, which is kind of a specialty playbook, and that is Shotgun Classic, which is new to the game. Now, the thing with Shotgun Classic is you've got pretty much any type of shotgun formation that you could want, and they have some really good plays. Now, the formation you just saw me in was the shotgun doubles clamp stack, which is new to the game, and this formation has a ton of good stock passing plays, auto motions, good man beating routes, and ways to beat zone. Now, the play motion, shuffle, vert, smash is one that you want to have on your radar because you can literally just call this play stock. You've got multiple routes here that'll all beat man defense, specifically the Y and the A receivers, and you also have your running back on this auto motion, which does a good job at beating man as well, which we'll see right here. You see how he gets behind his defender, and that is an easy touchdown. And plays like these will do a good job against zone coverage as well because you have too many options, and you're going to be able to find a window to hit one of these guys on these routes. Now, when looking at the playbook as a whole, it is literally a shotgun playbook. The only under center is going to be goal line, so if you're inside that 5-yard line, you'll have to go here if you want to run the ball, but in shotgun, there's also a lot of good runs as well. I mean, you've got the split near pro, which is going to give you an opportunity to run the ball as well, so if you're in those short yardage situations, you can just hand it off, go up the gut. These are going to really serve as good running formations as well. But you've got a lot of good stuff here, like the split you off close with good auto motions and screens. You've got your fair share of bunch with bunch tight end, bunch strong offset, and bunch strong nasty. Now, when looking at bunch tight end, a play that you want to be familiar with is the RPO alert bubble. This is one of the best RPOs every year in Madden. You've got really good blocking on this bubble screen out here, especially against zone defenses, and it's easy to pick up 5+ yards. Or if the run looks good, just let them hand the ball off to the running back and you can get easy yards that way. Now, in the bunch strong offset, you've got plays like corner strike, a great man beater every year. You've got plays like wide trail. You've got plenty of auto motion options. This is quite literally one of the best bunch strong offsets in the game. You've even got a speed option, and you've got the play Seattle, which I love versus zone coverage. To make this play really great, simply all you have to do is put your tight end on a drag route and then put your running back on a streak out of the backfield, and it's going to set up like this. This is a zone destroyer because the running back is usually going to have a nice little window right here against zone where you can catch and run for huge yards. And then you also create a really good high-low with the tight end and the slot receiver that's on the deep cross. So if the tight end's there, you take them. If not, you wait and the cross will get open for a huge gain just like this. And if you like tight formations, they got a bunch of those as well. Tight Y off, one of the best every year. The play tight end corner, a great man beater. You've also got RPOs, you've got mesh, you've got a lot of good plays here. Then you've got tight Y off weak, which is also another good formation every year. The tight doubles formation literally won the Madden championship last year. You've got man and zone beaters everywhere. Great stock plays like cross wheels. You can literally just snap this play and go. You've got meshing routes, you've got deep crossers. It's going to beat man and zone defense pretty easily. And it gets even better. Trips tight end, always a staple every year. If you're a trips lover, you're going to like trips tight end. Y off trio close, which has got a lot of good auto motion and stock plays. Y off X close, another formation with great stock plays like tight end whip, great for beating man coverage. And of course, you still have empty sets as well if you want to really spread everything out. The next playbook we have to talk about is the 49ers. If you like running the ball and passing the ball, you have to check this one out. You can really play some smash mouth football in this playbook. I mean, if we're looking at single back, it is one of the most loaded single backs in the entire game, and they even have some really interesting stuff here. Of course, you've got tight, you've got bunch, you've got all these wing sets, really great for running and passing. But let's look at the U off trips cluster. This one is really interesting, especially the stretch run. Now, personally, with a run like this, I want to flip it and run it to the side that has more blockers here, but this is going to be one of those runs that I can see maybe dominating this game. The run is pretty good in Madden 27, and when you have these types of runs that have extra blockers, you can really make some stuff happen. But you've also got toss plays with motion, you've got good PA plays, you've got inside zone. You can really get crazy with this. Then we have the deuce close tilt, another formation that is going to be pretty good for running. You've got a stretch, you've got auto motion, you've got I form close, I form Y off close, and I form wing. All of these are great for running with stretches and dives and some good pass plays. We got to talk about pistol as well because pistol is really good at running the ball and passing. You've got deuce close, which was one of the best last year. The dive, really good here. The stretch, really good. You've even got the RPO cheat wheel flat. Taking a look at the RPO here, if we take the tight end and we hot route him to a wheel, you can do this on both sides, actually, to both tight ends. And if they don't have their defense set up correctly, you can easily hit this guy for some easy yards just like that in short yardage situations. And a lot of times you can get some really big yards with this as well. I mean, you can see that's an easy 6 yards. Hey, really quickly, if you're getting value out of this video, I would just ask that you subscribe and turn the bell icon on. That way you're up to date with all the latest and best Madden tips all year long. It really helps support the channel a ton, and you can always unsub at any time. The pistol strong off close is a monster. This is the formation we started with. Definitely use this on short yardage situations to pick up those easy yards. But when you go to shotgun, it's still really good. You've got one of the best split closes in the game with a lot of good stock plays. You've got tight Y off with great stock plays like tight end corner, which we talked about earlier. You've got great auto motion plays here. I really love to play motion spot Y quick. This is a really good zone beater in my opinion. Usually I'll take the B receiver and just put him on something that's going to come over the middle just to have some type of a check down, but this little auto motion is really good against zone because it kind of gets that head start. You could throw it in the flat, pick up some easy quick yards that way. You've got doubles flex Y off close, another good formation with stock plays. Specifically, we definitely want to look at the play Y sail. One of the best stock plays in the game. Just take the Y receiver, put him on a drag, and you've got a great flood here. You can go running back to the drag for easy checkdowns just like that. Looking over the middle here, we could see, okay, that's covered. Now we go to the tight end over the top. This is a really hard concept to defend. We've got Y off trips, which is really good for the RPO read Y flat. One of the best RPOs every year. If they don't have their defense set up correctly, this is easy to pick up yards with. You've got Y off trio close, one of the best formations in the game, and it looks like they added some new plays here even. But you've got a lot of auto motion, you've got RPOs, you've got flood, one of the best stock plays. You look at the B receiver and the A tight end, one of these guys will typically be open pretty quickly for an easy little dump down just like that. And you've also got plays like smash return, just a great stock play with the drag and a return route. You've got bunch spread nasty, bunch X nasty, which was one of the best formations last year. It's still going to be pretty good this year. Tray Y flex, which is another really good trips formation, easy to flood zones and beat man. Trip X nasty, another formation with a lot of great stock plays and auto motions like the motion halfback swing, a good screen concept there. You've got some empty sets too, but empty bunch tight is one that I really want you to look at. Not a lot of people use this, but this formation is great at beating man in zone, especially the play bunch trail. I'm gonna go ahead and put the Y on a post here. I'm gonna put B on a slot fade, and you could really just cook up right here. I mean, you could cook up easy money with all of these routes. And you can really just freestyle with a play like this because of all of the good stock routes that it has. Now, if you really want to take your Madden game to the next level and learn from the best, I've partnered with Civil.gg. If you're tired of losing to random nonsense online, losing franchise games, or even just games against your friends, this is the place you need to be. In the last 2 years, 96% of members say they've won way more games simply by joining. And inside, you'll get the exact schemes, full offensive and defensive guides that the best players run. Use code ERIC for 30% off. Link is in the description and in the pinned comment below. Next, I want to look at the Falcons playbook. This is undoubtedly one of the best in the entire game, and we're starting out with one of the best plays that was added to it. That was the cheat flat X post and the normal Y off close. This is such a great stock play. All you got to do is put the running back on a table route and you can really just go. You've got great man beaters. This auto motion flat is really good for picking up yards as you just saw. And there's just nothing but easy money routes on this play. I mean, look, 2 plays, 2 massive gains. But let's back out here and just show you how loaded this playbook is. There's some pretty good single back sets like Y trips close. This actually looks pretty good. So let's try the stretch here because anytime you've got stretch plays, you want to try them out. Any stretch play in your playbook. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Any stretch play in your playbook, you want to try it out because you'll be surprised at how good they are. You've also got a few good I-form formations. Again, good pass plays, stretches, dives, inside zones. You definitely want to look at this for when you want to run. You've even got split backs, which I think could be pretty good. Off tackle, fullback dives. You've got actually some good stock passing plays here. But something like this fullback dive can really be useful in a short yardage. Like you need an inch, you need a yard. It's really hard to stop these types of runs. You've got a lot of pistol sets, which really makes this playbook stand out. The pistol strong Y off close. This is definitely one that can be good for running. Unfortunately, no stretch, but you have a dive and inside zone, so that can be pretty useful. But you've also got pistol bunch and pistol bunch tight end. Now, bunch tight end is always one of the best pistols, so it's good to have this in your playbook, even with the speed option and plays like cross drag. And the play verticals is just one of the best in the game. You can use this to really annoy your opponents. And then you get in shotgun and you've got some good stuff. Deuce close, you don't see this in a ton of playbooks. You've got the tight Y off, which we've talked about a couple of times. You've got some really good auto motion and stock plays. You've got tight flex, another really unique version of tight that you don't see in a ton of playbooks. Great stock plays, plays like cross, which we went over earlier. You've got tight open, which is an underrated formation, especially plays like slot post. Just a really good stock play. Snap the ball and go. I mean, you can really make stuff happen with plays like this. Plays that you can quick snap, you want those. We've got normal Y off close, which we talked about with the cheat flat X post, but you've got a lot of other good auto motion and stock plays here as well. And yes, the play Y sail that we went over earlier. Just put the slot guy on a drag, that is money. You've got the normal off close weak, which is alright, but you've got a lot of bunch here. You've got regular bunch. A lot of playbooks don't have the regular stock bunch, but just a ton of good stock plays like inside cross, deep corner, verticals. You've got bunch tight end, which is always a staple in the game with the RPO alert bubble. Plays like inside cross, mesh, tight end corner, and mesh dig, all really good man beating plays. And then you've got bunch offset, which is going to always be good as well. Plays like smash return, spacing switch, which has the really fast running back flat route, bench pivot. I mean, let's talk about bench pivot. A good man beater, a good zone beater, you can kind of just snap this and go. You've got B, or you can get RB when he comes back across. I mean, just an easy, simple dump down play. To make this better, you can put the tight end on a drag to have another check down there, and then you also have the X receiver on a dig as kind of like a last-ditch effort, but this is just a play that is really annoying and hard to stop. And then you've got verts halfback under. The stock plays of all stock plays, just snap it and go. Snap it and go. You're going to look for the running back first. This is a really good stock running back route. The running back route's good against man, but it gets underneath zones quick as well. And then if not, you want to look up to the crossover top. Just one of the greatest high-low plays in Madden history. You've also got trips tight end flex with the play motion Y post, which is similar to the earlier play we covered. This is one of my favorite plays of the past few years. I just like to take the B receiver, put him on a drag or a slant, and this is just one of the best plays you could have in the game. If the running back's open, you take him. If not, I look back to the B receiver. One of those guys is almost always open. And then I'm looking here, okay, running back's open, take him. You want to take him if he's open. And then between the Y wide receiver and the A tight end, they do a good job at beating man and finding openings against zone just like this. You've got Trey Y flex, you've got the Y off trio close, which we talked about earlier. You've got Y off trips close, which has some good plays like the tight end whip. And you've also got a bunch of empty sets if you want to really spread them out. Next up, we've got to look at the Chargers, and with them getting Mike McDaniel at OC, of course, they were going to get a better playbook, and it was already good last year, but it's good again this year. I mean, we looked at this play in the last playbook, but we got to run it again. This motion cheat X post is one of the best plays in the game. And the Chargers have it too in their normal Y off close. But let's back out here and let's look at some of the other stuff. Now, they've got a good amount of single back. If you want to run the ball, you know, nothing too crazy or out of the ordinary, but just some good standard stuff. They've also got the split formation. You don't see this in a lot of playbooks. Now, again, this is going to be one of those things where if you need just a couple of yards, you've got fullback dives, you've got quick tosses, you've got a halfback inside. I mean, it's really hard to stop these types of runs for less than a yard, so you can really use these in tough situations. You've got a few I-form sets. I mean, we know Harbaugh likes to run the ball, so this is similar to the Niners in the sense that you're going to be able to have some really good run plays in this playbook. I mean, the stretch alert bubble in the I-form slot, you've got a back-end bubble screen with a good stretch run. I mean, this is one of those you're going to want to use when you need to pick up some tough yards. You've also got some good pistol deuce close, which was good last year. You've got the stretch, the dive, the RPOs. We talked about this earlier. You've got tight Y off flex, which has some crazy cheat motions. I mean, tight end pass, a run. You've got a halfback double pass. You've got a cheat swing flat. I mean, we got to look at this. This is like a screen with a swing route. I mean, this has to be pretty solid, especially against zone or against blitzes. I mean, yeah, he kicks out there to block, and that's easy yards. You've also got the pistol bunch tight end, which we talked about, a speed option, cross drag, halfback zone, verticals. And then you get the shotgun. It's got the go-go, which you don't see in a lot of playbooks. Now, this is a unique formation because you have the two running backs lined up on side each other, so kind of can be good for running the ball and some unique passes. Nothing too crazy, but just something to throw in there. When you go to split close pro, they brought in all those cheat motions because, again, Mike McDaniel coming over, so a lot of those plays that Miami had, you're going to see that now in this playbook. You've got the normal Y off close, which we started in with the cheat flat X post, and again, just a lot of other good stock plays here as well. You've got the Y off trips close, which has some really great stock plays and motions. Trips tight end, we haven't touched a lot on trips tight end, but man, this is one of the better ones. You've got the RPO alert bubble. You've got the China Y post. Now, you can put whatever hot route you want here, but this running back route is really, really good at beating man because it just kind of out leverages them. I mean, look at that, just crushes man, and it gets underneath zones that aren't aggressive. You also have a QB zone and a QB strong power. So if you're playing with a running quarterback, these are good for short yardage situations. You've got plays like curl flat, one of the best stock plays in the game, and you've even got verticals. I've loved this play for years. Typically what I do is put the running back on a Texas route. So if it's man, you want to look for the running back, the tight end, or maybe the B receiver. And against zone, you've got this good flood on the left with this trip set, or you can just kind of throw it down to the running back underneath if they don't respect it. You've also got bunch tight end weak, which is a really good formation. It's a new one that was added last year, and you've got some good auto motions and pass plays. You've got the bunch strong offset, the bunch X nasty. I mean, we've talked about bunch enough over the years and in this video. The play dagger, this is a great play that you have to use. What I like to do is put the slot on a cross, and I mean, you just got a great high-low. You got all these routes that can do a good job against man, but they also flood zone really good as well. You've got tight open, tight wide off weak, tight offset, tight end. I mean, you've got, when you talk about bunch, trips, and tight, I mean, you've kind of got the mother load in this playbook. If those are the type of formations you like, this is a playbook you need to get in practice mode with. And of course, you still got some empty spread stuff as well. Now, of course, we've got to talk about the Eagles playbook. I mean, look, they got the tush push this year. This is going to be very useful. But that's not all. Trust me, this playbook is loaded. So when you go to the single back, they've got ace double wing. You don't see this in a lot of playbooks. It's got 4 tight ends, but this is a good smash mouth formation with stretches, zones, and dives up the middle, and actually some pretty good stock plays. You've got pistol full house, which I don't know, not one of my favorites, but it can be pretty interesting for short yardage. You've got deuce close, which we've already talked about, one of the best pistol sets in the game every year. You've got pistol bunch, another really good formation if you want to do pistol. And again, pistol strong, Y off close. No stretch, unfortunately, but some decent pass plays, but definitely good if you want to pick up short yardage. Now, when we get to shotgun, they've got some stuff like deuce close. They've got some wing sets. These are always good for just running the ball, but you've got normal Y off close, one of the best formations every year. You've got the cheat flat X post, which we've covered multiple times in this video. You've got RPOs. You've got swing screens, which are really good. You've got the play Y sail. We talked about this earlier, but it was out of a slightly different alignment. Again, just drag the slot receiver, and this is going to be a play that you can go to absolutely destroy almost anything your opponent can throw at you. You've got the double clamp stack, which we talked about at the beginning of the video, a new formation, and it's really, really interesting. This is one that I want you to experiment with. I mean, plays like the Y Ohio return, good stock man beating routes. You've got all the auto motion. You've got Texas smash. These auto motions right here with the mesh rail and the shuffle vert smash we talked about earlier, good plays. You've got some good tight sets like tight Y off with a bunch of stock man beating plays. You've got the tight Y off weak. You've got bunch tight end, which I believe is new to the playbook this year. Look, I mean, you've got a motion halfback swing out of bunch tight end. That's pretty cool. You've got the RPO alert bubble, which we talked about already. Plays like PA boot over, a classic man and zone beating play. And you still got bunch X nasty with all the good stock plays and auto motions as well. You've got Y off trio close, which we've talked about already with all of these good stock plays like smash return, flood, and your auto motions. You've got trips tight end flex with the motion Y post, which we talked about earlier. Just one of my favorite plays in the game to beat almost anything your opponent can throw at you. You've also got trips tight end, which we just went over, but this one has some extra plays in it, some good auto motions in it as well. And you still got some empty sets too if you want to spread it out. Up next is the Saints playbook. This playbook, always one of the better ones in the game, but it's got some unique stuff in it as well. Like the halfback blast out of Saints heavy. I mean, look how good this is, especially if you need some quick short yards. This is a formation that I don't think is in other playbooks. When you look at the blast and the power, and then the fact that you can mix in some pass plays like mesh, you can definitely use this to score touchdowns inside the 5. But let's look at what else it's got going on. You've got some okay single back, nothing really crazy. I mean, Y trips close does look interesting with that stretch run. You've got Y off close, so you can run the ball a little bit with this as well. In pistol, you do have the deuce close, which we've talked about multiple times in this video, so that definitely takes this playbook up. Now, when you get to gun, of course, we talked about heavy Saint. You've got deuce close, you've got some wing stuff, but you've got the doubles flex Y off close, which was a really good formation last year. Plays like motion dig under, not as good as last year, but still a good play. A lot of good stock plays and motions with this one. You've got the box Y off, which you don't see in a lot of playbooks. Some pretty good stock plays like Y trail. You've got bunch tight end weak, which we've talked about. You've got the RPO bubble here, and just some great stock plays and auto motions. The motion escort insert X out, great man beating play. You've got a good bunch X nasty as well with the auto motions and stock plays. You've got bunch spread, which I feel like is pretty underrated and not enough people use this. You've got cluster halfback strong, another underrated formation with great plays. Let's take a look at motion mesh post. Now with this, if we go ahead and put the X receiver on like a slot fade, a lot of times what could happen here against zone is this tight end is actually going to get open deep down the sideline. Let me show you exactly what I mean. See, just like this, and you can fit that in there for a big gain. And with a drag and a post on the back end, those are good man beating routes, but also are good high lows against zone as well. So you can really do some damage with a play like this. You've got Y off trips nasty, which is pretty interesting. You've got the Y off trio close. We've talked about that throughout this video. A really, really good formation. Tight Y off, another one we've talked about throughout this video. Great man end zone beating stock plays. You've got tight base flex. This one's a little bit more interesting. Not a lot of people use this, but some interesting plays here. You've got trips tight end, which we've talked about a bunch. This one also has those QB runs, so another good playbook for QB running if you want short yardage gains. You've got trips tight end flex, again, motion wide post. We've shown it a bunch of times, just a great play. And you've still got a good healthy amount of spread and empty as well. And then we've got the Bucks playbook, which is probably the best overall one in the game in my opinion. It's just got some really great plays. Like this one right here, you've got a stock return, a drag, and a post. I mean, this is a good man end zone beating play. It's got all the routes that you need on it. And that's out of the trips X nasty, and the play was the switch halfback wheel. But if you look at this formation, I mean, it's got all kind of crazy stuff in it. Like the quick fork zig with the outside receiver having a delayed route. That one is great for zone. And you've got motion halfback swings. You've got plays like high-low dig. Just great stock plays. But let's back out here and let's look at what else they got. So single back, actually pretty good. You've got some of the standard stuff. You've got bunch tight end with a shift halfback sweep. That looks new. You've got the stretch alert bubble. I mean, let's talk. One of the best stretch plays of the past few years, but you also have a bubble on the back end. So if they don't really, pay attention to that, I mean, that's just easy pickings. But the stretch run itself, I mean, is just killer out of this formation. I mean, you can pick up some easy yards. This is one of my favorite run plays in the game. If you're a runner, I would definitely check this out because you've got some good motion, you've got good stock passing plays, you've got cross drag, which is one of the best quick snap plays against man end zone, and then use that stretch bubble to run. You've got a couple of good I form formations here. These are good for short yardage. I mean, you've got some of the best pistol formations that we talked about. The strong Y off close, great for running the ball. And this one actually looks like it has some better passing plays in it as well. You've got the deuce close, which again, one of the best pistol formations for running and passing, and the pistol bunch tight end. So really, you can go from pistol to single back bunch tight end and really give your opponent trouble. So let's look at this. So let's say we want to run verticals. Now pistol bunch tight end is going to have different pass plays. They're going to have a speed option. They're going to have some different run options like a halfback dive. But then if we want to audible over to the single back bunch tight end, look how quick this is going to be because the players barely have to move. So it kind of creates a big super formation with a bunch of different things at your disposal. Now in shotgun, you've got tight doubles, which I talked about a little bit earlier, but this was one of the best formations last year with plays like cross wheels. You can really freestyle and do some crazy stuff with this formation. You've got the tight Y off weak, tight open, which is an underrated one with some good stock plays like the slot post, which we talked about earlier. The double clamp stack, the new formation that we saw in a couple of other playbooks. Definitely want to get familiar with this one. The normal Y off close, which we've also talked about earlier. Notice how a lot of the stuff we've talked about, like the play Y sail, mesh, the RPO zones out of this, they're all in this playbook, which is why it's the best. We've got Y off trio weak with some really good orbit stuff here and some stock plays. We've got Y off trips that have some good swing routes and that RPO read Y flat that we talked about. You've got regular bunch tight end, so literally every version of bunch tight end, shotgun, pistol, and single back. So if you want to audible between all three of these and take advantage of all these good plays, like the play whips, another great stock man beating play. To play cheat H out, another good man beating play. You can take advantage of all of these bunch tight ends. Then you've got bunch strong nasty, which we've also talked about. All these great stock plays like dagger, Y trail, the crack toss. I mean, you want to talk about some good shotgun running plays. If you get the right look, this one, I mean, can just go for some massive yards. You've also got the cluster halfback strong, which we talked about, like the motion mesh post, but just a lot of good stock plays and motion plays here. Trips tight end, which we've talked about a bunch. This also has the QB runs as well. Really good for those short yardages. You've got trio Y flex. You don't see this in other playbooks. Plays like the motion out and up, the motion out H angle. Just some really good man beaters, some good plays that you can freestyle with. You've also got trips halfback weak, trips X nasty, which we talked about, and some 5 wide sets, including the 5 wide tight. We talked about this earlier in the Niners playbook, but if you look, this one has some even better plays in it. I mean, these motion plays are going to be great for beating man. Cluster bunch is going to be a good way to flood zone. Mesh post is going to be a great man end zone beater. I mean, this is a formation you definitely want to get familiar with. Now that you know about the best playbooks, you need to know about some of the other best tips and tricks to help you dominate in Madden, and you can check out that video right here on the screen.